Going on to you, Leos. So you have the Ace of Wands, the World, the King of Wands, Queen of Wands, the Hermit, Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands, the Nine of Cups, Five of Wands, the Magician. Wow, a lot of Virgo energy actually in this reading. Wow. So the Ace of Wands, the World, the King of Wands. For you Leos, that's very interesting. First and foremost, this is going to be a very interesting reading because the same Ace of Wands, that same wand is in the King of Wands. Literally, it's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. So this shows that you Leos represent the King of Wands in this reading, right? You're holding on to the scepter or the wand in the correct hand, may I add. And and you have the World. Being the king of the world right now. A lot of you Leos are very much so the king of the world. Things are going your way. And what I mean by that is that a lot of you Leos have a new founded mentality of things being open to you, things making sense. The world is making sense now. Your mind has started to open up, because that's one of the most important things that everybody needs to know is to keep an open mind. When you keep a closed mind, your body becomes rigid and tight. But when you keep an open mind, you relax. Just in general, you're more relaxed. Things start to make sense. And why I say that in the first place is because the world, you're thinking of a more worldly perspective, and that you're the king of it. You're the person that creates and generates. Yeah, creates too, but generates your own reality. You get to say what you want to happen. You get to create what you want. You get to create what you want. And what I mean by that is not feeling for once in your life, since last year up to now, not feeling like you have to put on for somebody, not feeling like or caught up in the perspective of you have to act like you're somebody that you're not even having to be with somebody else. That's definitely what's up. You're so much yourself to the point where you're so much of the lion, and you're doing whatever it is that you want, responsibly, of course, to the point where you're not even like trying to appease other people or get people to like you, because at the end of the day, you're doing what it is that you need to do for yourself, and you're being responsible. So it comes down to, you don't really care if it's a matter of people liking you on that level, because you understand that most of the times when people say that they like you, it's a lie anyway. They like you for a particular time because they're trying to eat off of your plate. They're trying to get something from you. But a lot of you Leos, like I said before, that instance of like going out there, handling your business, being in the zone, but learning how to be in the zone, but then at the same time knowing how to be by yourselves, and just letting the whole world just gravitate towards you. You know what I mean? Where people are contacting you and people are doing this. Not that you're not contacting others, but because for you, you're just learning how to be single, right? Because being single is very much so something that a person has to learn to do just as much as it is being in a real relationship. Because most people are really stuck and this is a new layer, most people are really stuck in between those two things. They're really in limbo, where they're in between a state of not quite actually learning what it's like to be single, but not quite actually being in a relationship. It's kind of a conglomeration or terrible mixture of both. And a lot of you Leos are like, look, you're single, and for the first time in a long time, maybe even ever, because you did have the major arcana, you Leos don't have to like act like you're putting on or have that pressure of, you know what I mean? Like constantly trying to get people to like you and all this other type of stuff. And even if they don't like you, a lot of you Leos are like, okay, you know, the Queen of Wands and the Hermit now represents how this is a whole new level of self-discovery. The Queen of Wands is, again, letting all of the things, because the Queen of Wands represents Madame Pele, which is the volcano goddess in Hawaii. And the legend has it where if you take any of the rocks from Hawaii without Madame Pele's or any of the people's blessing, then you'll have bad luck. And people who have taken the rocks there, they've experienced bad luck. They end up having to go back there and like give the rock back or mail it back there or whatnot. And the legend has it with Madame Pele, Madame Pele or the volcano goddess will disguise herself as an elderly woman trying to get a ride from anyone that has a car, right? And if you pick her up, it's good luck. But if you don't, make you, give you bad luck. Now, personally, I don't necessarily care for the whole ride situation, but I definitely understand the curse of the rock situation. And that's what I'm trying to tell you here with Madame Pele. Madame Pele is very much so a fire goddess, right? So this is about just burning away the relationships that do not matter for you. And then you Leos are fire signs, so you're in your own element, burning away the things that don't matter. All the people who want to who want to act like you're arrogant and you should hang out with them, and they trying to play it off like they think you think that you're too good to hang out with them. I'm gonna be real with you. You probably are. You probably are, because those types of people, what are they gonna do besides try to get you into some trouble, try to play with your head, try to waste your time, trying to do this, trying to do that? None of that stuff is going to be astute. None of that stuff is actually going to benefit you in the long term. All of that stuff is just trying to get you out of your own focus, so that what? So people can get attention from you, because that's really part of what it is that it's about today. A lot of times people trying to get your attention from you and doing anything that they can to get you to pay attention to them and all this other type of stuff. It's just goofy. So the thing about it is that the Hermit represents the Hermit. It has fire in it, but the Hermit is more so of a seeker looking for enlightenment, without realizing, they haven't come to the realization yet that the true light is really within them. The enlightenment is in them. They just have to realize it. They have to apply it. And that's the one thing that a lot of you Leos don't really necessarily understand, or have too much of an enlightenment state yet. You guys get it, but you really don't understand the power of it and the importance of, and as I was saying, that understanding where you pay attention is very key, right? So especially in today's term where people are trying to monopolize on your attention, you understanding that, when someone wants to act like they don't have common sense, don't give them your attention. Don't hang out with them. Move on with your life. Let success be your revenge. It's not even really revenge like that, but let success be your revenge. These people going to be calling you. These people going to be texting you. All the people that was acting like they're disrespectful to you, those people going to be waiting. Those people going to be out here, beckoning on, wanting you to forgive them. And it's like you telling them, look, they're going to have to stop calling you. Because I ain't even going to lie right now, Leo, a lot of people calling you. A lot of people want to get a hold of you. But here's the catch-22. A lot of people can't necessarily get a hold of you. A lot of you Leos are limiting yourselves and who actually gets in touch with you. You're monitoring that. You're limiting those people who can actually access you, or I should say have access to you. And the thing is that the King of Swords now and the Ten of Wands, because you know too much. You've evolved too much. The plan that these people had that was jealous and envious of you, the plan worked too good. You Leos, they disrespected you too much. They caused heartbreak too much. It didn't work too good. So now as a result, you've learned your lesson, because like I said, Leo was smart. You Leos are smart, so y'all learned the lesson. You realize, oh, okay, I need to start learning how to be a lone wolf. Ironically, right? I need to start being a lone wolf and stop trying to be the lion so much, but then be a wolf and go solo, go dolo. In New York, instead of calling it solo, we call it dolo. Right? So that's what it is that a lot of you have done. And the thing about it is that the Nine of Cups, now, now people trying to get your attention and, for lack of a better term, enchant you and with everything that they can and get your attention. And it's like I said, it's just not working. A lot of you Leos are like, whatever, if it's not important, if it's not, job related, where, a manager call you to come do a double shift that they will pay you for, or if it's something serious or important like that, I'm just seeing how a lot of you Leos are like, nah, it's a dub. Your own personal health, you hanging out with your friends, you getting to know, what I'm saying, a little somebody or whatnot, and the somebody acting like they have common sense. It's exclusive between the two of y'all. Y'all just vibing. If things not going your way, a lot of you are not participating. You'll just chuck up the peace sign and keep it pushing. You'll learn from the mistake, but you're deciding to stay out of all of it and not be a part of the nonsense. And the Five of Wands and the Magician now here represents. So as a result of this, like I said, a lot of people are mad now about this Five of Wands, but you don't care. You got your back turned to them. Look at how you as the magicians have your back turned to these people that represent the Five of Wands. These people that represent the Five of Wands, they so desperately are trying to like make an argument with you, trying to goad you or bait you into an argument. And this is you Leos. You have your back totally turned to them, working your own magic, right? Taking responsibility for your lives. And it's so un-Leo-like of you, or at least they think so. They think that it's so un-Leo-like of you, where it's like, you're getting attention by trying to not get attention. And it's like they're trying to make it seem like you Leos, this is a desperate cry for attention, right? Or at least that's the narrative that they're trying to put it. And you Leos don't care if it's them thinking that. You Leos are not rocking with them. So you don't care if that's what it is that they think. You still not rocking with them. You don't care. So the thing about it is that the Magician now represents, so as a result, what does this mean? This means that for you, Leos, you're going to continue on and enjoy your life, right? Talk to some of these people that you want to talk to, get to know them. If they start tripping, if things don't go well, if they start acting like they don't have common sense, because like, for instance, you're going to leave them. Because, for instance, you see a lot of times people out here get themselves into situations with people where they end up their videos end up going viral. They participate in these games that people play. You know, and what I mean by that is when you see, you know, an example of this is when somebody tries to bait you into an argument, right? A wise person like you Leos, what you Leos are doing right now is when you realize that somebody is trying to bait you into that, you're trying to get to know somebody and they're trying to bait you into an argument. You're supposed to be hanging out with them on that romantic sense, and they're trying to bait you into an argument. They're trying to make something politicized. A lot of you Leos are like, listen, you didn't come here on the date. You Leos may even tell them this. You didn't come here on the date to get into some sort of a debate with somebody. If the person wants to debate you, then they can go try that out with somebody else. You know, but if the person wants to get to know you and you get to know them, then let's be cool and let's go ahead and actually get to know each other instead of being in a situation where they are trying to goad you and do this type of stuff. Because that's another thing too. It's this argument baiting, this stuff that people, you know, reaction seeking, this stupid stuff that people feel like they need to do. And then when they start stuff that they can't finish, now all of a sudden they play a victim, or now all of a sudden they use excessive force because they wrote a check that their butt can't cash. And they spend so much of their time being reaction seeking. But I'm just seeing how for you Leos, right? This is them trying to be reaction seeking. This is you Leos being like, you don't care, because at the end of the day, it's true. You Leos really don't care. And you don't have to. And what a lot of people don't seem to understand, Leo, which you get, is that the vast majority of the games that people play can honestly be checkmated. You know how? Don't participate in it. It's really that simple. Like a lot of times people making this thing, let's clarify the magician. People are making this thing into something where it's not. And it's like, do you know how it is that I'm able to move forward past the nonsense? Do you know how it is that you Leos are able to move past the nonsense? It's because you Leos are not paying attention to the nonsense that people are bringing you. There's always a way out of these scenarios, but you have to figure out a way out, one of the ways out of these scenarios. One of the best ways is to stop participating. If a person wants to argue with you, why are you sitting up there arguing with them? So to clarify the magician, you have the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. So this is about how a lot of you need to understand that the Four of Pentacles, stay solid in this newfound power and resolve that you have. It's your meal ticket. The Four of Wands is going to get you more of what you want. The Nine of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, everything is under your control right now. You're able to have the life that you want because you're cutting out all of the nonsense. You're continuing to talk to the people that you want to talk to, and it's got people mad because it's not them that you are talking to. So it looked like all of the people that act like they dislike you, they're dubbed. Anyway, comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers. What? Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.